Hello everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, it's gonna work again in this little envelope folio journal. So I have here, I purchased a bunch of French ephemera a while back, and I haven't used any of it really yet, and so I thought it was high time for me to dig into this, and I thought, well, what a perfect project, because you're not going to need very much, but it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful base for whatever other embellishments I decide to do. So I got some really cool stuff here. We've got this is thick. This might be a great card for something to go into a pocket. So I've got cards, I've got book pages. Looks like this one's not in French, but most of them are. And since they're just single book pages, I really don't know their age, so I can't scan them and turn them into anything. We've got some ledger. This one's really old, all in French. This one's not old, but still kind of really cool looking. This one looks like it's from a planner from a long, long time ago. But again, I don't know how old it is. So yeah, here's some ledger from 1943. But I just really like the look of it. So yeah, as you can see, there's just tons and tons of really cool stuff here. So some of this is not nearly quite as old. And then there's some like this one. It's like kind of newspaper. But not that old. It's 1951, but it sure does look like it is. So, obviously I can't use all of this, and I won't use all of this, but this is going to be fun to kind of go find some cool stuff in. This one looks really cool. It's from 1924, but it's in pencil. So, yeah, I think I do want to use some of this for sure, so I'll keep this one out. But yeah, so this is some more book page. Looks like it's from a really large book. This here is very old, almost deteriorating in a way. But there, do you see the spots? Really, really cool. So definitely want to use some of this. I'm going to keep this for me. I have an R in my name. So yeah, some pages from an encyclopedia here as well. And then I had part of the kit that I bought was some of these blank pages. And so I thought we could use these to make our junk journal with. So we don't need tons of pages, but I think these will be really great. And then I might include some of my own tea-dyed papers as well, one or two, because then it'll tie in with the tea dyeing that was done on the journal. So, okay, I'll put those off to the side. So anyway, yeah, some receipts, looks like from 1929, I'm going to assume. So let's use this. I don't think I saw a date on here. I looked. Oh, I-929? Is that a 1929? Either way, I think we should use it. So, okay, so I guess it's like I'm being spoiled with riches here. So I'm just going to start pulling different pages and things. Looks like this one's got some music on it. It'd be nice to have some music in here. These are super, super thin. They're not going to be good to use as like journaling pages because they're just so thin. So in this kind of a situation, they'll be really good for this because we'll be using them to decorate the pockets and stuff. Oh, cool. Keeping that for myself too. All right. This might be really cool. See if I can very carefully tear out this page here. No real theme, just old. Old and French, I guess, right? That's our theme? Okay, so Alright, so I got some pages here to start with. I've got these others over here, so I'm just going to kind of have a little pile over here to work from. But these are my initial pages. I even like this red color coming through. So, okay, let's see what I got going on here. This actually might be enough paper to work from. Definitely want to use this side. Okay. Our 2 receipts. And then this with this really awesome aging. Actually, I think I like this side better. And then this. Okay. So, let's walk through our little folio really quick here. So I have my cover piece, and this is going to have a pocket here. So I'll need to cover both the front and back side of this, and then that'll open up, and then we have a little flip out thing here. So I'll need to decorate this and decorate both sides of this. And then this one opens up, and you've got 2 envelopes here. So we'll need to decorate here, and all of this on the inside. We've got a pocket here, pocket there, and a pocket here. And then this one opens up, and then this will be another envelope tuck spot thing here. So I will decorate the back of this, and then, or put some paper down there, and then I'm going to turn this into a tuck spot here, and then we'll have another spot for, I haven't decided if I want to close this side. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I don't know if I want to close this side or if I want the opening to be on this side yet. So we'll figure that out. But I think first and foremost, let's just pull this off. And I need to cover both the front and back sides of this. Let's see, this will be on the back side. Do we want to? Yeah, we might as well. See, this is the thing with these envelopes with the windows. It's just tricky to get those covered. But, let's see. This is just barely going to work. This is just barely going to fit. I didn't really want to see any of that red. This one might not be quite big enough. Oh my gosh, this is just so cool. Could do this one. This is why I don't use old ephemera all the time, because it's so hard for me to just use it. So, okay. Maybe like this. Yep, okay. So I'm just going to add some glue to this, and then we can paste that down on top. Alright. So, how did I have this? I'll just line this up this direction. And then we can cut around this. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. So I think I'd rather have the torn edge. Okay. Very, very delicate there. Okay. Let's go ahead and fold this again, retrain that. Now, that's awesome. Now let's go ahead and cover this side. So, I'm thinking I could kind of just do a little collage of some sort around this window here, and see how that goes. So I don't know if this is quite the right thing, but let me take some of this here. Let's see, this will be the front. So, okay, I'm going to just, oops, glue here. Okay. Try and get that as straight and tight to the window as I can. Unfortunately, I don't think I got it all that straight. But that's all right. Okay, so do the same thing there. Just cut this out, or use the ruler to tear this off. Yeah, it's so hard to use these authentically old pieces, but at the same time I know they're just not going to be appreciated otherwise and stuck in some drawer somewhere and never see the light of day. So at least in this case, we will be using them for something really cool and interesting at least. So, okay, so there's that. Now, what can I find to put on the other side here? Feels like this might be 2 sheets. Yep, it is. Yeah, see, this is just so thin. It's never gonna work as it's okay. So let's see. I like it about there. Our window is about there. So I will tear this right on that line there. I feel like my camera might be crooked, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the crooked one. Okay. So I want to match this up to this line, and this actually could go over, but I don't know that I want to do that. So, okay. Try and get this as straight as possible. So, let's do this. So tomorrow is Easter, which it really does not feel like tomorrow's Easter. My family still hasn't had all their shots or vaccinations yet, so we're actually not going to be getting together tomorrow because we're still trying to be safe and nobody wants to get sick. So we'll be Zooming tomorrow. But that's okay. I have other plans. So that'll be fun for me anyway. So I'll have a busier day tomorrow. So I'm trying to kind of film ahead a little bit. So that way I don't have to feel stressed next week to kind of come up with a bunch of videos during the week. Sometimes my weeks get quite a bit busy and then I just can't seem to really get to everything. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and I think use a bit of this. So I'm going to get rid of this piece here. So if we put that there, I'm going to go ahead and rip this off. Okay. So, okay. Now, let me take off this side. Alright, so we have our front. Now I just need a little bit of something to go over here, and it might be nice to add some of this paper from the front side over there. So, let's see. This might be kind of the right length here. Just like that. Okay, so let me add some glue here. Or do we want this side? This is quite, I like this color a little better. Yep, I like that color better. So let's glue this side instead. Alright, so judging how quickly or not so quickly this is going. I don't really want to do this in too many parts, but might not. I don't know how long it'll take to get all the background papers glued down. So I'll go as long as I feel like it makes sense and get as far as I can. All right, so here is that. Now, let's put this back. Okay, so I think I want to move to this back page now so that I can decorate this with something. I'm going to pull this off because we don't need it quite yet. All right. So let's see. I'm going to take all my smaller bits and pieces and put them somewhere else. Okay. So what should we put on the back cover here? Maybe. Oh, this is kind of cool. I like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put glue down on here. And there we go. Very cool. Okay. So I'm going to do what I did before and rip it from the other side. Alright, so here's that back side. Now, gosh, I almost don't want to cover that. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, I really don't really want to cover that. Might get a little bit bulky on the inside here. Let me just fold this up and see. And then we'll have this somehow that's cool. I'm gonna hold off on this for now. This may just become background for a journaling card or something, because that is some really cool tea dyeing right there. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I'll just keep that handy. Okay, so let's come back to that later. It's just really cool. Okay, so I need to cover this and this side with something. So I'm thinking kind of a darker color of brown. That would work. But we've got so many other really cool things to look at here. Maybe some book page. I like that. I'll use that book page, and then, or I had pulled this book page out. Let's see. Oh yes, this one for sure. Okay. Let's do that one there. So I'm just going to add some glue on the front of this. Okay, very carefully. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to rip this so I don't ruin it. Alright, there's that side. Now, got a little bit of extra over here, but that's actually not too bad. Alright, so now for this side, I did pull this book page out, and I do like it. And it's kind of like exactly the right size, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. All right. Okay. So, there we go for that. Let's put this back on there. Now that'll open up. This will open up. It's not a pocket here, but I could add something to make a pocket with on both sides easily enough. God, I love that. That is just so cool. Okay, so now let's look at this page and see what we can figure out there. So, let's see. I need a tall page. Not quite tall enough. is this perfect? This might be perfect. Yeah. Okay, but I'm kind of like, ooh, this could be really cool inside of the junk journal part, so I might hang on to that. And actually this one too. Kind of keep those separated. Okay, not tall enough. How about, oh, we have this. Let's do something with this. Gosh, this is just really cool. I don't know what it is. It's like monograms or something. Oh my gosh. This is neat. Okay. You guys can't see this whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get after a bit of this part. So I'm going to go ahead and just rip down here. I'm just going to rip this down the middle. Okay. And actually, I'm looking at this thinking this might be really cool right here. So let me see if I can line that up. Okay, I can. Okay, so here's my pen. Take off that much and then about that much on the bottom. Okay. Well, I don't need both of these. I'm trying to figure out how the best to do this. This is kind of a large sheet of paper here, so I'll go ahead and just mark this here. Okay, so I messed that up and cut that a little bit too close. So I'm just gonna put the glue on here and glue this part down first, and I'll match it up. Okay, now there is that line there, but honestly it's not super noticeable. I do want to reinforce this with a bit of fabric, but it doesn't need to be anything special. I just need some nice neutral fabric to kind of keep it sturdy. Actually, this will be kind of perfect. It might be a little bit too thick though. Let's see. I need something really thin. Or this one. This one might be perfect. Just go with that. There we go. Now that won't so easily accidentally tear off because that was just kind of some thin book page holding that on there. Alright, so let's pull this back together and kind of see where we're at. So we've got covers on all of this now. This is covered and ready to be decorated. This now opens. Okay, so now let's come up with something for the insides. Okay. So actually I'm going to start here. And I think it might be nice to do something kind of the same on both sides. So let's go back to our little stash, right? And see what we can come up with here. Should probably use some of that somewhere and some of this somewhere. You know, it doesn't need to be the same. Why does it need to be the same? I'm just making up arbitrary rules now for no reason. Okay. Or, here, maybe one of these and that on the other side. So if we did this one on this side, I don't want all that extra white space on the one side though. Definitely keeping this. Okay, so now let me measure and see how far over. Now, let's stick this inside here. Very carefully. So that I can draw my shape of my envelope. Well, that barely fit. But it's on there. Okay, so we got that one. Now, let us focus on this side. And I think I like this. I'm not sure if I want the entire map on there though, or if I want kind of like partly map, partly that. Actually, I think I do. So, okay. Or kind of offset. So, say like right there and right there. how do I do this? Okay, so I've got this receipt sized for the front part of that envelope, but now I'm trying to decide how to cut out that portion for the window. This isn't something I've really seen a whole lot of other people do. Maybe because I just haven't gone and looked for it, but I got pretty quiet here, so I'm just going to do a quick voiceover so that you kind of know what I'm thinking. So first I thought, okay, well, let me measure from the bottom and the sides to see if I could draw the envelope window. But then I was like, well, okay, but that's going to take a long time. And it's probably still not going to end up very perfect. So then I realized that maybe I could somehow emboss the outline of the window onto my piece of paper. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just sliding my paper in, trying to get it as straight as possible, and looking now for a tool of some kind. I reached for my pencil, but then I realized if I did that, I'm just going to leave pencil mark all around that. So found my Tim Holtz. This is the rub-on tool, which I actually don't really use a lot for rub-on. I just don't use a whole lot of rub-ons. I actually use it for a whole lot of other things. If you can get a hold of one of these, I highly suggest grabbing one. But I'm just following the edge of the window with that one curved edge, and I don't know how well you can see it, but it's very easy now to see the outline for me of where that window was. And so now I'm going to just take my razor, straight edge, and I was originally going to use the ruler, and I probably still should have done that, but doing that with the ruler just made it harder to see the line that I just made. An indented line, so then I just decided to freehand it. And then I ran into the fact that this is very old, very thin paper, so and my razor blade probably isn't as sharp as it probably could be, so it started to rip and tear here and there, so I had to be super careful with that. There, yeah, you can kind of see. But in the end, it worked really well. So I'm definitely going to remember this little trick and use this again. So hopefully that helps you. If you guys know of a better way or an easier way to do this, please share. This is not something I've done very much of before. So I'm just kind of making it up as I go along here. But yeah, always open to any ideas or hints and things if you guys have them. I'm sure there's a lot of professionals out there that have done a lot of this kind of stuff. So Okay, so we've got those. That was fun. Now I'm trying to think. Do I want to put this one over here? Or I could keep this for a journaling card or something. Let's do something different. So we've still got this awesomeness. Okay, let me pull all this back over. So we've got a couple of encyclopedia pages, a ledger. I think maybe we need another book page, at least on one of those two. I pulled out some music paper too. I wonder, what if we... Oof, let's hope that those glue lines go away. I should have used glue stick on this one. Bummer, dude. Okay, well, we'll be covering a lot of that up anyway with decorations, so I can work with that. Okay, so now I just have the two inside pockets here. So, let's see. Probably something fairly simple. I said book page, didn't I? So let me find, oh, and I pulled this out. Let's use some of this. And, sorry, you can't really see that. Let's see how tall this is. Could do this. Let's do this. Okay. So we'll do a page of this. Okay, so I don't really like this line here, so I'm going to take that off. Now, I really like the aging that's happening on the corners here, so on the edges. So I'm going to cut from the right side. Okay, now we gotta do our little trick. I don't know that I want, well, do I want to, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll go ahead and trim this to this shape. I think that's kind of a nice little shape, so just go ahead and draw my line. Because that'll make it easy to pull the whatever I put into here in and out. of looks right. Yep. That's good enough. It's not perfect, but that's okay. Really not very perfect. I may choose to cover that with something else, but for now I'll leave it and think about it. I may go something more straight and just cover over that. Okay, so over here I want to use this one. Okay, so take off just the edge of that. So we'll do that there, and then about there. What I just realized, I did not measure for, shoot, this. Okay. Well, I just put it on right here, and then I'll just have to take off whatever's extra on the right side, or the left side. Oh, not too bad. Actually, I'll just leave that. It's kind of nice. Okay. So, ooh, I've got glue all over my fingers. Alright, so we've got those two covered. Yeah, I really don't like this. Really don't like it at all. It's not up to scratch. So, how can I fix it? I think I'm going to find another page of that book, because this was a little bit thicker paper, and because I need something that's a little bit thicker. Okay, let's just do this again. All right. Okay. So let's measure this again. Wait, it's awfully tight. Okay. Make sure it gets in there kind of straight. And I'm just gonna go kind of like this. Okay. Yep, I like that a lot better. So, get rid of my little line here. I don't know what my deal is with that today. And then I can't... I'm going to add the glue on here instead of on the card. Okay. Yep, I like that a lot better. I think that looks much nicer, much cleaner. And there's still a nice big spot here to pull out your card with. Whatever gets put in there. Okay, so, and it's thicker, but it's not terrible. Okay, well, there we go. I did not solve for this back page at all, did I? Let's see. You know what? I think I'm just going to use this and turn this into a journaling card back. So I'm just going to sacrifice this as an envelope, and we'll use this somewhere in here. But there we go. Okay. Yeah, both of these will make really good journaling card backs, and yeah, I'll figure out something to use with these. Okay, well, this I think is going to be it for today. So next time I will be decorating these with some kind of ephemera. We'll make some journaling cards to go into our pockets. Maybe make some pockets on some of this stuff so that we can, you know, decorate things. So yeah, next one's gonna be fun. So we've got 3 journaling cards to make here, and I'll do something fun here. We'll eventually sew all of this together, I think. Somehow I will fasten some kind of closure, but here we've got another big pocket here with a cool opening here. So, okay, well guys, that's gonna call it good for today, and I will see you in the next one. Oh yeah, definitely gonna need to come up with some kind of a closure. So, you know what 49 Dragonflies did was she did an eyelet there, but I'm not sure that I want to do that. I'm thinking maybe of some kind of a tab or something here, somehow attached. And then, anyway, I'll come up with some kind of a closure for this. So, alright guys, that's it for today. Bye.